Alright guys, so quickly demonstrating how Netflix in India is restricting quite a lot of mainstream 4K content like Star Trek Discovery, both seasons 1 and 2, and quite a lot of other contents in full HD instead of 4K. I don't have any bandwidth constraint in my gigabit Ethernet based internet connection on my TV, and the Netflix itself is getting good bandwidth as I can demonstrate. So it is currently streaming at full HD only. Now even if I skip back and forth, it actually streams at full HD without any issue. Like right now it's buffering. So it starts at full HD only, which explains that there's no bandwidth fluctuation. There's no bandwidth fluctuation happening. Let me quickly lower down the volume. So there's no bandwidth fluctuation happening on my internet connection. Only some content is restricted at full HD. Now of course I get Dolby Vision, so it is full HD, but in Dolby Vision only. You can see the sign going there. So right now it has started at 4.1 Mbps. It will quickly go to 5.53, which is probably the maximum bandwidth for this particular episode of Star Trek Discovery. 5.53. So this is the maximum it will go. It doesn't go above that. For all the episodes I have tried of Star Trek Discovery, so that means they have not cached it properly. I have actually watched it last year in proper 4K without any issue. So within a minute it goes to 4K without any issue, and sometimes even skipping forward or backward, it was staying there. But for some reason, even last year, after a couple of months, I saw that it was getting restricted to full HD. So maybe they are doing it to limit the utilization of their local boxes, what they have placed with the ISPs, but this is just wrong. If you have a 4K subscription, you are supposed to get 4K streaming. Most of the people would not actually see at what speed or bandwidth they are getting the 4K streams. They will probably see this stream as 4K. They will probably perceive it as 4K because there's hardly any difference in the picture quality between 4K and full HD in a normal viewing angle or viewing distance. So probably that is what Netflix is trying to exploit to Indian customers. Now I've spoken enough. Let me quickly see. Let me see if I can find some other 4K content. Yeah, Iron Fist. Now this one plays fine in 4K. So this one is cached, again Dolby Vision. So this one is cached. It started just like Star Trek in 4.1 Mbps full HD, but it will quickly go to 4K because it is cached into local Indian servers. So because of that, so essentially what they have done is like they have I think it's not about caching or something, because even Star Trek, see, it has gone to 1440p. And now it will come to 4K. So this is the minimum stream, 7.62 or 7.63 Mbps, 2160p, and 15.26 or 15.25 Mbps at 2160. So it is cached as 4K, but Star Trek is cached as 1080p. So I don't believe that it is actually streaming from an international server. I just believe that they have actually cached it after downscaling them, just to avoid more bandwidth being utilized in their local servers, which is just wrong. Now I'll quickly demonstrate how much bandwidth I'm getting. Now connection speed, all three servers and internet connection working just fine. It is on a wired Ethernet connection, so there's no question of Wi-Fi downgrading the connection speed or something. Anyway, see, I'm getting 42.38 Mbps speed, which is more than enough. Netflix just say they require 15 or 16 Mbps. So there you go. Let me quickly just go back, play some other 4K content, like let's say Stranger Things, like from the beginning. Again, it will come up with the Dolby Vision logo. No, I think this is the first thing. See, it started with 11.44 Mbps, 4K. So it's only some content which is not streaming in 4K. So there's no option, there's no question of bandwidth issue with my local ISP, because clearly other content plays fine. Now if I go back to Star Trek, there's some other content, like there's one Chinese movie which I like, I'm forgetting the name. It's basically taking away the Earth, moving the Earth from its axis. So I love the concept, so I wanted to watch it. It plays in Dolby Vision, but only at full HD, 1080p. Now I'm playing second season, first episode, Dolby Vision, 4.1 Mbps. This one will also not go beyond 1080p. It goes to the maximum bandwidth of 1080p, but not beyond that. So that means these episodes of Star Trek are intentionally cached. They are cached as 1080p instead of 4K in India. See, it has gone to 5.53 Mbps and it won't cross 1080p. It just reached that bandwidth in no time. Now even if I skip forward or backward, it will probably stay around that bandwidth only. See, 5.53 Mbps. So there is absolutely no issue with bandwidth with my local ISP, but Netflix has cached these content intentionally as 1080p instead of 4K, just to exploit Indian customers, because they don't, probably we Indians don't care about quality. They would probably any 4K designated basically TVs with Dolby Vision or HDR capabilities, and people care more about bandwidth utilization, so probably they may like it streaming at 1080p instead of 4K. And I can assure you that I have set the the bandwidth to high on my account settings on the internet, so there's no question of me restricting the bandwidth. And anyway, we have seen that other titles actually play in 4K without any issue. It's just that some of these series like Star Trek, and there are other series which don't play in 4K, they stay at 1080p, which is just wrong. Thank you for watching. I hope Netflix is watching this and they will improve it. They will fix this problem before they get sued in India. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.